Good evening. Once again, it's time for another episode of Veston's Storybook Theater. And here is your host, Veston Bruno.
Good evening, and welcome to Veston's Storybook Theater. I'm your host, Veston Bruno. Tonight, Veston's Storybook Theater is proud to present a good old-fashioned tale, Stellaluna, by Janelle Cannon, famous female author. Trust me. Stop that introduction. That's not right. Chef Pepe, I've been hired to keep you on budget. Stellaluna is a very heart-wrenching and very expensive story. It has a large set and a huge cast. Yeah, but I'm storytelling it. Yes, but someone has to animate it. For those of you wondering, there's been an animated adaptation of this show back in 2004. Some people liked it, some people didn't. I'm pretty sure they didn't like it because of the cheesy songs on there, the pop song and the Callisto song. Okay, we'll try to make things easy. You better. Now, before I begin, I recommend the animated adaptation because it features some voices you may recognize from Friendship is Magic, like Chiara Zani, Kathleen Barr, and Lee Tucker. Yeah, and I'm talking to you, Silver Quill. So I know you're still at Pacific PonyCon. When you get back, please post after the fact to Princess's Dream of Magic Sheep, and then listen to this, okay? And now, without further ado, Stellaluna. In a warm and sultry forest, far, far away, there once lived a mother fruit bat and her new baby. Oh, how her mother bat loved her soft, tiny baby. I'll name you Stellaluna, she crooned. Each night, mother bat would carry Stellaluna clutched to her breast as she flew out to search for food. Hold tight, Stellaluna. It's time to eat. One night, as Mother Bat followed the heavy scent of ripe fruit, an owl spider. On silent wings, the powerful bird swooped down upon the bats. Mother, what is it? An owl! Hang on, Stellaluna! Dodging and shrieking, Mother Bat tried to escape, but the owl struck again and again, knocking Stellaluna into the air. Her baby wings were as limp and useless as wet paper. Down and down she went, faster and faster, into the forest below. Stellaluna, Mother! The dark leafy tangle of branches caught Stellaluna as she fell. One twig was small enough for Stellaluna's tiny feet, wrapping her wings about her. She clutched her thin branch, trembling with cold and fear. Mother? Stellaluna squeaked. Where are you? By daybreak, the baby bat could hold on no longer. Down, down again she dropped. Flump! Stellaluna landed headfirst in the soft downy nest, startling the three baby birds who lived there. Stellaluna quickly clambered from the nest and hung out of sight below it. She listened to the battle of the three birds. What was that? cried Flap. I don't know, but it's hanging by its feet, chirped Flinter. Shh, here comes Mama. Many, many times that day, Mama Bird flew away, always returning with food for her babies. Stellaluna was terribly hungry, but not for the crawly things Mama Bird brought. Finally, though, the little bat could bear it no longer. She climbed into the nest, closed her eyes, and opened her mouth. Plop! In dropped a big green grasshopper. Feeding fruit bats insects? That's not right! Stellaluna learned to be like the birds. She stayed awake all day and slept at night. She ate bugs, even though they tasted awful. Her bat ways were quickly disappearing, except for one thing. Stellaluna still liked to sleep hanging by her feet. Once, when Mom was away, the curious baby birds decided to try it too. When Mama Bird came home, she saw 8 tiny feet gripping at the edge of the nest. She cried, "Get back up here this instant! You're going to fall and break your necks!" The birds clambered back into the nest, but Mama Bird stopped Stellaluna. "You are teaching my children to do bad things! I will not let you back into this nest unless you promise to obey all the rules of this house!" Stellaluna promised. She ate bugs without making faces, she slept in a nest at night, and she didn't hang by her feet. Stellaluna behaved like a good bird should. But yet her friends thought that she was like a weird-looking bird, and that she pondered to herself. Where's the music? She was going to sing her big solo. What happened to the orchestra? I fired them. Oh, don't you know how much an orchestra costs these days? But that song is important. Tubas, strings, woodwinds. Hiring an orchestra, why? The oboe alone gets $6 an hour. Okay. Why don't we just pick it up on page 374, where Scary, the world's only superhero spider, meets Stellaluna. I fired the actor playing Scary. He wanted overscale. What? Okay. All the babies grew quickly. Soon the nest became crowded. Mama Bird told them it was time to learn to fly. One by one, Pip, Flip, Fitter, Flap, and Stellaluna jumped from the nest. Their wings worked.
I'm just like them, thought Stellaluna. I can fly too.
Pip, Flitter, and Flap landed gracefully on the branch. Stellaluna tried to do the same. How embarrassing.
I will fly all day,
Stellaluna told herself.
then no one will know how clumsy I am.
The next day, Pip, Flitter, Flap, and Stellaluna went flying far from home. They flew for hours, exercising their wings. When they accidentally came across the evil owl from the beginning of our story, I know, you fired the actor playing the owl. Look, just leave me alone. I'll get through this. The sun is setting, warned Flitter. We have better go home or we'll get lost in the dark, said Flap. But Stellaluna had flown far ahead and was nowhere to be seen. The 3 anxious birds went home without her. And while she was flying, she came across two flamboyant birds. I fired the flamboyant birds! She came across no one while she was flying. While all alone, Stellaluna flew until her wings ached and she dropped into a tree.
I promise not to hang by my feet.
Stellaluna sighed, so she hung by her thumbs and soon fell asleep. She didn't hear the soft sound of the wings coming near. Hey, said a loud voice, why are you hanging upside down? Stellaluna's eyes opened wide. She saw a most peculiar face.
I'm not upside down. You are.
Stellaluna said. Oh, but you're a bat. Bats hang by their feet. You are hanging by your thumbs, so that makes you upside down. The creature said. I'm a bat. I am hanging by my feet. That makes me right side up. Stellaluna was confused.
Mother told me I was upside down. She said it was wrong.
Wrong for a bird, maybe, but not for a bat. More bats gathered around to see the strange young bat who behaved like a bird. Wait a minute, this is like all the other bats in the story. We're using the same kind of bats. It saves money. Stellaluna told them her story. You ate bugs, stuttered one. You slept at night, gasped another. How very strange, they all murmured. Wait, let me look at this child. A bat pushed through the crowd. An owl attacked you? She asked. Sniffling Stellaluna's fur, she whispered. You are Stellaluna. You are my baby.
You escaped the owl?
Cried Stellaluna.
You survived?
Yes, said Mother Bat as she wrapped her wings around Stellaluna. Come with me and I'll show you where to find the most delicious fruit. You'll never have to eat another bug as long as you live.
But it's nighttime.
Stellaluna squeaked.
We can't fly in the dark or we will crash into the trees.
We're bats, said Mother Bat. We can see in darkness. Come with us. Stellaluna was afraid, but she let go of the tree and dropped into the deep blue sky. Stellaluna could see. She fell as though rays of light shone from her eyes. She was able to see everything in her path. Soon the bats found a mango tree. Stellaluna ate as much of the fruit as she could.
I'll never eat another bug as long as I live.
As she stuffed herself full,
I must tell Pip, Flitter, and Flap.
the next day Stellaluna went to visit the birds. Come
Come with me and meet my bat family.
said Stellaluna. Okay, let's go, agreed Pip.
They hang by their feet and they fly at night and they eat the best food in the world.
Stellaluna explained to the birds on the way. As the birds flew among their bats, Flap said, I feel upside down here. So the birds hung by their feet.
Wait until dark.
Stellaluna said excitedly.
We will fly at night.
When night came, Stellaluna flew away. Pip, Flitter, and Flap leapt from the tree to follow her. I can't see a thing, yelled Pip. Neither can I, howled Flitter. Aye! Shrieked Flap.
They're going to crash!
Gasped Stellaluna.
I must rescue them.
Oh, okay. Why isn't the owl back? I fired the action scene. They were too expensive. Stellaluna swooped about, grabbing her friends in the air. She lifted them into a tree, and the birds grasped a branch. Stellaluna hung from the limbs above them.
We're safe,
said Stellaluna. Then she sighed.
I wish you could see in the dark too.
We wish we could land on your feet, Flitter replied. Pip and Flap nodded. They pursed in silence for a long time. How can we be so different and feel so much alike? Mused Flitter. And how can we feel so different and be so much alike? Wondered Pip. I think this is quite a mystery, Flap chirped.
I agree.
Flap chirped.
I agree.
Said Stellaluna.
But we're friends, and that's a fact.
So goes the course of fruit bat love. This is Bruno of Veston Storybook Theater saying, to thine own self, the bats. It says right here, to thine own self, the bats. If you think we're paid to get these bats to fly around in this entire library, that's it! I've had enough! You have ruined the entire story! You mean you're stopping it? Right now! Good. If I could get these bats back by 5, we save a half day's rental. Yeah, wait a minute. Yeah, bat face! Ow.